This demonstration illustrates the integration that is possible between Survalent Technologies' Windows SCADA system and the Milsoft Dispatch OMS system using MultiSpeak version 3 web services. We'll see how easy it is to set up a MultiSpeak interface between Survalent's SCADA Master Station and Milsoft's Dispatch. First, we'll open the SCADA Explorer. As you can see in the data exchange area, we have already defined MultiSpeak interfaces for the three supported client programs: outage analysis, engineering analysis, and the dynamic GIS viewer. Just to see how easy it is, we'll create a new MultiSpeak interface. Just select New, select the options, and that's it. Now, to define what points are going to be exported, we will create a dataset that will act as a container for the points. We now add a status point to the dataset. To do this, we create a new entry and we use our point browser to select the point. Give it a MultiSpeak name, set some parameters, and it's done. Once we've completed specifying the status points, we can do the same for analog points. In setting up the analog point, don't forget to set up the units that the analog is measured in. After we finish adding all of the points we want in the dataset, we assign this dataset to the MultiSpeak server by creating a virtual RTU. Next we turn to setting up the MultiSpeak interface in Dispatch. This only requires the dispatcher to enter the MultiSpeak interface that they wish to create and the URL of the SCADA to outage analysis interface. This is done by selecting the outage preferences from the Preferences menu and then selecting the MultiSpeak interfaces page. This only needs to be performed once in order to turn on the SCADA interface in Dispatch. The dispatcher then presses the test connection, which sends the MultiSpeak ping URL to test the connection, and if successful, calls get methods, which returns the supported methods from Survalent's SCADA server. In order to read SCADA data and respond to SCADA events, it is first necessary to associate the appropriate SCADA points with the circuit elements in Dispatch. If we open the circuit element editor for the feeder breaker, we can select the SCADA page that allows us to assign one or more SCADA points to this breaker. To perform this mapping, it is helpful to request a list of SCADA points from the SCADA system by choosing Get Real-Time SCADA Points from the SCADA menu. The SCADA system uses the MultiSpeak real-time interface to transmit this list of SCADA points. We select the points from the list that monitors feeder amps for phases A, B, and C and assign the appropriate SCADA points to all three phases. There is a drag and drop interface that facilitates this mapping. The dispatcher then presses the Read SCADA Analogs button to obtain values from the Survalent SCADA system. The dispatcher then selects the Fault Currents page and maps the fault current analog SCADA points to each phase. Then the Device Status page is selected and the points that represent the status for this breaker are mapped to each phase. The dispatcher presses the Read SCADA Status button to test the breaker status in real time. The status of Closed is quickly received from Survalent's SCADA server. Once the SCADA points have been assigned to certain elements, this link is saved, so this mapping only has to be performed just this once.